You're live. I'm just trying to get set up just a little bit better. And I'm supposed to click something so I can see if anyone comes in. Anyways, so turn that off. Too much to make in a video and other things going on stopping me from making a video. I'm just gonna close this. That's a little bit better. So, the rabbitry. The title of this video is Will the Rabbits Continue? Hello, Willow Creek Homestead. Thanks for joining in. The discussion today, will the rabbits continue? So, if you're watching this later, or even as you come in now, I just want to share some thoughts about continuing the rabbitry. Hello, Delia. I have to like mentally catch myself like pronouncing some of these names. So I live in the suburbs of Utah, and the homestead is all my dream. I am married 15 years to a wonderful man who takes really good care of us. We have 4 kids, and it's really weird. My 5-year-old and my 3-year-old are cool now with the rabbits being eaten and ingested. Hello, is his mummy. I'm a little sorry. Anyway, so I was butchering rabbits today. I was able to get 4 rabbits done today, and we'll talk about which ones because it's not just grow outs. And she came out and I warned her, you know, I'm butchering, and she just stayed and talked, and we talked, and we, you know, talked about animal husbandry, and we talked about animals' purpose in life, and it was just a good thing. So while she was never part of the butchering before, and I would even lie to her saying, this is homestead chicken, we've come to a really good place where she's not afraid to eat it anymore, and she's not afraid to be out there watching. You know, I would bring the rabbit over to Isis. Okay, thank you. I would bring the rabbit over to dispatch it with a pellet gun, and I'd always tell her, come with me and say thank you with the rabbit. Go out, I'm live.
Hey, I'm
Kyle, come say hi.
Hi.
This is 10-year-old. Okay, go play. We're talking about rabbits and butchering, and
no,
he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
No, what can we eat?
Go have an apple. Go have rabbit. So yeah, she was out there the whole time with me. So the younger you start, the easier, right? So, is my 35-year-old husband too old? Is he too old to really appreciate? So, why would I give up the rabbitry, I guess, is the discussion today. Can you guys hear me okay? Why would I give up the rabbits, right? It's like they're easy to take care of for the most part. It's not like a goat that you have to deworm, or, you know, I really don't even have to clip nails that much. Why would I get rid of them? Well, they're kind of expensive, I'm finding, which people, I must be doing it wrong. If they're expensive, but I've spent in the last 2 months $100 on feed and hay, $80 to $100 a month for something that we eat 3 times a week. So that's a little hard. And why don't we eat it as much? My husband doesn't like it. He doesn't really like it. Doesn't taste quite like chicken to him. He doesn't enjoy finding little joint bones. So either that's, I need to get better at butchering, but I'm not the only one who has said that they find little bones in their food. You know, you're going along and then chomp, you hit a bone. I can get past it because I'm so passionate about it. He's just doing it because it's what's, I mean, he'll always eat dinner, what's served, right? But he's not very good about taking the leftovers to work. And he called me once and he's like, honey, I can't finish this. I found 3 bones so far. because I'll cook the whole thing and then I'll take it all apart. And I really try to get all the bones out. So, he just doesn't enjoy eating it. And the 10-year-old that you just saw, he's not like, serve me up some rabbit. So, for something we only eat 3 times a month, it's kind of expensive. Now, I love that I'm raising really... Should we consider cutting the meat off the bones before cooking? I have seen people who know how to debone a rabbit before they cook it, and I just don't understand. Maybe measure out the feed better. Well, Delia, for my breeders, like our bucks, they get a measured portion, right? And moms in milk, moms in pregnant, and grow outs get unlimited pellets, unlimited hay, so they can grow fast. But apparently I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. In the last month, every week I've been butchering a few of them, and they all weigh out to less than 3 pounds. Today I had 2 3-pound rabbits. So I'm like, seriously, at 20 weeks old, they're just not gaining weight. So I've been trying to add some sunflowers. It might, I get the rabbit feed that I get is $14 a bag. $2 cheaper than what I was using before. But I've talked to other breeders and they say it's not necessarily what you feed them, it's the lines that you're carrying, whether they'll grow really big and fast. So someone asked, how do I cook it? I usually just crock pot it. Put it in the crock pot, season it up, and slow cook it all day long. So I tried once doing a rabbit like wrapped in bacon. Doesn't that sound amazing? And it was too salty for a lot of the family. Yeah. I know I can experiment more with maybe 20 weeks is the butchering date. But I'm trying to say that at 20 weeks, they were no bigger than at 16 weeks. And even a 13-week-old one was the same as the 16-week-old one. So it's like they've reached a point and then they just don't grow anymore. At least, and I don't understand. The buck is the same. The doe is the same. I thought it might have been competition. Because I had all the boys on the ground in the colony. And I thought maybe it was like, oh, they'd come around a corner. Oh, a new rabbit. Arr, I have to fight you. They'd go around another corner. Oh, a new rabbit. Arr, I have to fight you. I thought maybe that was the problem. Hello, Haywire Homestead. Jennifer. I'm learning names. So I thought maybe the boys were competing too much for food. Because the girls that were in the big, long J-Nil Zero cage, it was crowded, but they weren't fighting. And, no one had like blood on them in the morning. And it was crowded, but they were getting along because they were all touching each other all day long. Well, I butchered one of them today, and they're not any bigger than one that came from the colony. So it's a little discouraging. It'd be one thing if you're, doing a quail. It'd be one thing if you're doing a quail, which is going to be small, right? But, I mean, I've gotten bigger. I've done better. So I just don't understand what's going on this time. So, husband doesn't like it. They're expensive. So I had a discussion with my husband today. I said, I will get rid of the rabbits if that will make you happy. Because I want you to be happy too. So yes, I said, Mommy, I said, can we get quail if I get rid of the rabbits? You can eat them and there's eggs. And he was like, turtles, let's get turtles and name them Ninja Turtles. He was being really silly, but at least I brought it up because he hates rabbits. He hates rabbits. PG Nano Farm. I'm thinking of it. or at least really scaling back. We only eat rabbit like 3 times. Branson Farm, that's some people in the comments. Branson Farm, welcome, hello. We're discussing rabbits and how I just don't know what I'm doing, and it's kind of expensive. I mean, $100 a month for something that we eat 3 times a week. I'm sorry you're speaking in another language. I can't tell if that's a horrible thing you're talking, so we might just have to in the comments. Okay. So I said, well, if we get quail, can we maybe get you to bring in an animal? Can you contribute an idea towards the homestead? So it's not all just me, right? What would you like? What can we do that you're encouraging? Anyways, he was just being goofy and not answering. Branson Farm. So I did a 20-week-old rabbit today I butchered, and I did a 16-week-old rabbit today, and even 4 weeks ago. They're just maxing out at 3 pounds. So I've got Rex and New Zealand, and they're just not getting any bigger. So yeah, competition. It could be, there could be too much competition. It could be too crowded. I mean, the feeders are always full. Water is always full. So, yeah, maybe I'll get quail. Haywire Homestead, you said scale back. So I think that's what I'm doing right now. Previously, I was going to keep some of the grow outs, and the biggest grow outs, and keep them as mamas, but they're all going. I'm just going to keep Nacho, which is our buck, and Black Mama. I know, good name, huh? Black Mama. Maybe I should call her Black Mamba. That's like a poisonous snake. So she has 9 babies on her right now. They're like 4 weeks old or so. I think in 2 weeks, I'll take the babies away. And I wanted to do an experiment. Branson Farms, tell me. I wanted to do an experiment, separate the 2 groups and have one on pellets and have one on just hay. Poor quality rabbits. Maybe the Rex is mini Rex, not full Rex. Well, Branson, I've used her all last summer and she gave us bigger babies. So the breeders have not changed, just the weights have changed right now. So so I want to do an experiment, a hay group, and hello Little Creek Homestead, a hay group and a pellet group, and see the difference. So that is the plan. It's so exciting to try and, what percentage? 15%? It's $14 a bag. And I can buy it at my local mill. So, Delia, you like that idea? Yeah. I do want to get them on grass tractors in the summer. That's just hard also because, you know, it gets up to like 105 for a month or so. And I take water bottles out for about 2 months straight. And if they're in grass in the middle of the lawn, no tree shade, no fence shade, no building shade, there's just only a window of opportunity for grass tractoring here. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a roof on their tractors. Well, I would just use like a tarp. They do really well over in the corner colony that Willow Creek Homestead made me build, help me build, because there's ample shade over there. Trampoline covers. Willow Creek Homestead, I've been keeping my eye out for trampoline covers. I thought about getting a trampoline and turning it into a colony that could be drug across the yard. So, yeah, I'm not quite getting rid of the rabbits, but I'm definitely really scaling back. Okay, so getting into the 4 rabbits that I was able to process today. The 2 of them were grow outs. 10-week-old New Zealand should be 5-pound minimum. Yes. Yes. See, I'm doing something long. The two that I did today were 16 and 20 weeks old. I felt like I was able to skin them really well. I was worried that the older they went, the harder, but I was still able to do it. Well, I guess I started off processing our old buck that I could not sell. I'm moving away from the New Zealand and into the Rex. So he's just been living in a cage for like, I don't know, 2 months. Not being used. Just sad little life. So, and I couldn't sell him. Someone said they were gonna come get him and they didn't. Anyways, so a lot of us homesteaders can get over that mental attachment and eat your breeders. And I just can't. So the buck took so long to skin. Oh, it was so tough. It was really tough. But I'm excited for that dense fur. Doing an adult, I can tell that's gonna make a good pelt, which I want to try and do pelts. Sorry, is this distracting to any of you? I want to do pelts. That's part of my year goal, is using the whole rabbit. Okay, Branson, that's good information. But what would you say, because I've gotten big rabbits out of these breeders before? Okay. Oh, so I want to use pelts. So I'm excited for this adult pelt, because all the pelts I've been saving so far are from the adolescents, the grow outs. And then guys, I got some news about the three-legged rabbit. Yeah, she's gonna make a really nice pelt. She is no longer with us. I dispatched her today. I was able to make that decision because she was becoming less and less mobile in her cage, and her stump just kept bleeding. And you know, I kind of did do a search for a vet school, and there was nothing within a reasonable distance. Okay, Haywire Homestead, your dad does tractors for his that are covered, and they have shade in the warmer weather. Well, I mean, if it's still 100 degrees in shade. They could be older does, and as they age, they produce less and slower grow outs. That is not something I had considered. I bought this doe used, and so I really am not quite sure exactly how old she is. So she has 9 babies on her now. The last litter she gave me was 12. The guy said she had done a 16 litter before. So if you follow that pattern, she is getting older and less desirable. Okay. Learning. I always learn through YouTube. Reason number 1, I go to YouTube to learn. Okay. I lost my train of thought. Where was I? Oh, the three-legged rabbit. Yeah, her quality of life was really going down, and I didn't see her quality of life improving in a classroom, which we had talked about her going to. So it was just time for her to be put out of her misery, which made a good discussion. Whereas my 5-year-old was watching me butcher, is, you know, she kept saying, "Are you sad? Are you sad?" I was like, well, for this one, I'm actually kind of happy that she's not alive anymore, because she's not hurting anymore. She's not just laying in her cage like a potato. So the buck, I wasn't gonna eat. Old buck. I've done that before. It does not taste good. And then the three-legged rabbit. So I put the buck and the three-legged rabbit in the Instapot, and I fed them to the chickens. So we're recycling and turning it into eggs. Hello, Vina Troll Slayer. Welcome. Hello, Paige. Welcome. So that is what happened with the three-legged rabbit. You live and you learn, and you don't buy someone else's problems. So I was able to get 4 done today. It always draws heavily on my energy whenever I butcher animals. Do any of you find the same I wouldn't say problem, but it's just, I just wonder if I'm, I don't know, I don't want to say weak, but it just really pulls from me. Isis, it was really good that I was able to have those conversations with my daughter, because hello Diana at Justice Acres. It was really sweet to have her out learning really early. Black Pack, hey, I was watching Chris move manure today. Marella, how are you? The comments disappeared, so I don't have it in front of my face. I can't pronounce it properly. So, yeah. So Willow Creek Homestead, when is Sarah gonna come out and have sweet little conversations with you while you're butchering? So Jack is comfortable watching me at 3 years old butcher animals, butchering rabbits. I don't do anything else. Lily now. Kyle came out for a while, and he got really sad, and he had to leave because he just didn't like it. And I was kind of like, I can't stop and comfort you right now. I'm sorry. You know, we've been doing this for how long now? Like 3 years. In the summer, in May, it'll be 3 years. And it's the same discussion every time. We grow our own food. We, if we're eating meat, we want it to be as humane raised as possible. We have yet to, like watch any PETA videos about like where meat from the grocery store comes from. I don't know how to cross that. I feel like it would be very, I can hear the dog getting yelled at. Hey, hold on. Hi. Doing a live stream. What do you need? Oh, you need to go in there. Okay. Well, we're gonna have Mr. Mama Grows go in the bathroom, and I'm just gonna walk away from the bathroom door. All right. Okay. The younger kids grow up with it from the beginning. It's just their life. Yes, that is what I'm really hoping. Liber Lady or Liber Lady. Hello. I did not say hello to you as you came in the chat. So, hold the walnuts. Hello. How are you? How many more weeks do you have in your pregnancy? So, Little Creek Homestead. Hey, they said hi, Mr. Mama, Mr. Grows. Hello. He says hello. You just got home from the hospital? Like you had your baby? Hold the walnuts? Okay. I'm gonna have to go back, Bransom, and read your comments because you're full of knowledge and wisdom. Oh, hold the walnuts. Tell us, how big baby? How did everything go? Did it go as you wanted it to go? My baby's 3. So, Stephen, we're discussing about the rabbits. And if we keep going, and I'm learning things. It's just weird having him in here. Long labor but healthy baby, 7-pound girl. She's adorable and we love her. Oh, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Do you want a stash of cloth diapers? I will mail you my stash. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I keep thinking that I want to pass my stash along to someone else, but I keep holding them just in case, you know? What do I smell down there? Is someone cooking something? He doesn't know. Oh, it smells like popcorn. I bet you my 10-year-old made popcorn. Okay. You, Heaven Bound, you'd like, I think I'd like, oh, you can make jewelry out of the feathers. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I could use the cages I have now if we really, I can't get rid of, stop the rabbit. I can't stop doing the rabbit. Um, what's my favorite way to cook rabbit? This last time, okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Two thoughts. I can't stop doing the rabbits because someone sent me an awesome hay feeder that you can go to Willow Creek Homestead and see how they're made. Someone sent me one. So I have to keep doing rabbits. They went through all the time and energy and money to make me a hay feeder. I having processed the three-legged Rex rabbit, I am so excited for those pelts and that fur. So I really want to continue that journey of making the pelts. So if I just scale down, then we're not overrun with rabbits. I don't have to force feed my family. I'm not allowed to quit rabbits. Rabbit, I loved rabbit pot pie, Diana. That's one of my favorite ways to cook the rabbit. So how do I, most of the time when I cook a rabbit, all the time when I cook a rabbit, I crock pot it and then shred it. And then use it however from then on. One rabbit usually gives us 3 meals. Rabbit pot pie soup. I like the rabbit in egg rolls. That's a really cheap one. I mean, you buy the egg rolls, the covers, and then cabbage and carrots are cheap. So Little Creek, you need someone closer to you who can share rabbit meat so you can try it and see if you like it. Well, an unlikely source, my husband, Mr. Mama Grows, you know, the fact that I'm like home steady-ish and butcher rabbits in our backyard suburban yard is not something he likes to like go around like telling people. But I guess it came up at the office and a girl was like, I'll buy one. I'll buy one. So I know they cost more than $15, but that's the most I could reasonably charge for 3 pounds of meat. So my husband sold a rabbit for me. So it would be fun if I could find some buyers for the meat, but I just really haven't even tried because on all the Facebook groups and the classifieds, it just kind of seems like a really dry market. If you keep the pelt, the meat is worth $15. Yes, Willow Creek Homestead. So I put on like our church Facebook group, hey, I know a lot of your husbands are hunters. I'm really overrun with rabbits right now. You can have one, but I want the pelt back. 0 interest. Actually, there was one interest. She was like, I really like rabbit meat, but I'm not gonna come butcher it. I've found that way a lot with like our fruit trees and like excess tomatoes. It's like, hey, I'm not in a position where I can harvest. Come and get it. They want me to pick it and me to bring it to them. So it's completely 0 work. I'm just like, you guys are gonna struggle if the grocery stores go down. I don't process rabbits, but I do process chickens and deer. I'm exhausted when I'm done. Thank you for telling me that you're exhausted when you're done because I get really tired doing it too. When I sell rabbits for show, Meat Standards make $40 to $60 off the rabbit feeds. Yeah, the comment disappeared really fast. Yeah. Haywire, you have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye. Is there an auction house nearby you can drop off extras? I've heard of one in Idaho. but I hear it's like $1 or $1.60 a pound. So to me, I would rather just have a freezer full of meat and we'd eat it, a freezer full of rabbit meat and we'd eat it like once a month. Or I would gift it to beautiful friends who actually appreciate. For $1.60 a pound, that's just like, I don't know. It feels like a disrespect a little bit to my efforts and to the animal to sell it for so cheap. But I don't know. That's something to look at. So, yeah. Isis Mommy, what are you having for dinner? I haven't started dinner. $1 per pound is normal for culls around here. There's always a guy buying culls for $1 per pound. And maybe I just need to, and I do find this with a lot of homesteading stuff, and organic, free range, pasture, no spray. You're never going to be able to compare dollars. We're used to conventional stuff that's been subsidized. So trying to put a dollar amount is just painful. You know what I mean? Like, so trying to actually calculate how much it costs for me to raise these rabbits. Well, how do you put a price on humane? You know? Like, yeah. Chicken and probably green beans. I don't know what we're having for dinner. A friend's dinner. We're going to get together and have a little churchy lesson, and I'm going to be bringing some rabbit. So I need to pull one out of the freezer and marinate it. This last time when I marinated one, oh, it was the best. The meat is worth more than $1 per pound, between $3 and $6 per pound, and it is painful. I won't sell per pound, which is okay. It went away. Yeah, I appreciate your comment. So we're gonna have tacos. She's gonna do beef, and I'm going to bring the rabbit. And it's the family that actually, she taught me how to butcher rabbits. She came from the Dominican Republic, and she grew up. Meat was a luxury, so if you wanted it, you had to, raise it yourself. So she taught me how to butcher rabbits. Our first rabbit butcher video. You're averaging $7 a pound. $7 a pound, but they are treated properly. Wow, that's really good, Black Pack. Good for you. I also find the market kind of, the area you're in. So my area has like the birth capital of the nation. So large families, in suburbia. So, people might have a tomato plant or two. I definitely don't think that food and quality of food is the highest on their list of values. A lot of the men like to go hunting, but to like raise your own meat, yeah. Everyone could have chickens around here, and yet they all want dollar a dozen eggs from Walmart. I got issues, guys. I got issues. And I'm not trying to sound judgy, so I apologize. People love to buy rabbit and quail from when they have animals on a raw diet, and they will pay top dollar. Mine sells $60, and you have was that a waiting list, you said? See, I want to be really good at doing rabbits like that. I want to have, I don't want to give up. I'm learning every year. Every you're always learning and getting better, and I want a skill. Is it so much to want to be really good at something? Like to have a waiting list? To be able to sell a product for $60 an animal? So maybe that's something to look at, is dog food, selling it for dog food. I have thought about doing a class, but I just don't know how to do a class without like attracting PETA, you know? Show quality is where it is. Better meat and better price. Yeah. Your skill is there. Sounds like you just need new breeders. Yeah. Yeah. Does that mean I get to go buy a new rabbit? I'd find a new color. Oh. So, Branson, what breed of rabbits do you raise? So, yeah, so if I really cut down on the amount of rabbits we'd have, then that frees up cage space for quail. And that would be fun and ever changing. Mr. Gross is gonna kill me. Well, you know, in our discussion this morning, I threw out the option that do I want my house sprayed, painted? Yeah, they would probably do that. I told him, if you want the rabbits gone, I'm willing to get them gone, but we need to replace them with something else. And he said, I just want you to be happy. So he loves me. Breed with Nacho. We are going to breed with Nacho. And he's got beautiful fur. So we're going to see what the black and and I've completely forgotten all fur names. What their color is called. Quail are easy. You've had them for years. Well, Willow Creek Homestead, I guess we need to, you know, when are we doing quail? The incubator is at Willow Creek Homestead's house, and someone is at the door. Hello? What do you need? I need
Gatorade.
No, you may not have Gatorade. Would you like to come be interviewed and talk about the
Yep,
rabbits?
Milo will. Nope.
This is Milo, the best friend. Hey, Kyle.
Nope.
Kyle, stop. Close the door. I'm missing
Do you have
all
any
of your
milk?
comments. We don't have any milk.
Would water work for smoothies?
Water, I don't know.
I'm gonna add sugar.
PG Nano Farm, you're going to do quail too this year. Exciting. Paige, we're not ready. Delia, you're thinking about doing quail. Quail are so, like, cool. So, Branson, can I ask you, how did you learn and how did you get such good lines? How did you learn such good rabbitry skills? That it's not so expensive, that it almost pays for itself. That you can have meat and pelts and sell rabbits and not go broke. Because my financial goal for this year is $1,000 a month. And if I'm spending 10% of our grocery budget on 3 meals a month, it's kind of hard. But then again, putting the price on things, I'm getting the awesome fertilizer, which is going to help us grow better vegetables, which, you know, you're going to have your high peak times in the winter where your grocery bill, and then it'll drop off in the summer, pick up again later. Well, just the winter, right? Because then in the fall and early winter, you're living off of your Liber Lady. That's too bad. Homestead in the Highlands. Hello. We are talking rabbits and how I'm cutting back my herd. Is that what it's called? And just not going crazy. But then also maybe I need a new doe. She might be getting old. She might be like 3 years now, I guess. And so, yeah. And so then I wouldn't want to save one of her babies at this point, right? Because if they're getting smaller and smaller, then I need new lines. So Blackpack asks, how did I come to the rabbit raising decision as opposed to basic chickens? Chickens are noisy and I'm in the suburbs. So, neighbors. Chickens are noisy, and they stress my husband out too. I mean, we do have chickens. We have egg layers. And I don't enjoy plucking chickens. I don't know. It's just easier to pull a coat off than it is to pluck chickens. So, I am going to buy half a beef cow and put it in our freezer. I just need to defrost the freezer. So instead of having this much shelf space, we have this much shelf space. But I think around here we can get $3.50 a pound of grass-fed, pasture-raised beef. So instead of, you know, pushing so hard to raise all of our meat, because I could raise all of the white meat we could eat, right? I know I could, but it's the problem of getting people to eat it, right? And I hope I'm being respectful to my husband in this chat, that I don't look down upon him at all for not enjoying eating the rabbits. Quail is more of a dark meat of chicken. To me, they have a flavor. Chicken, 2 birds per person. Willow Creek, you agree with me. Do you know what breed? Dexter is half the size of an Angus. I don't know the breed. You can butcher a quail in under a minute? That would be really nice. Instead of 4 rabbits per hour. That would be so nice. And you can just do it in your kitchen sink, probably. So, and they reproduce faster than rabbits, right? They're quiet, right? I'm right that quail are quiet. That's an important thing to me. I thought I wanted ducks until I brought one home. And then, you know, that caused a lot of angst because they're noisy. So, did I answer the question? I'm sorry, guys. I have been detoxing. I've been detoxing off caffeine, and I've been wanting to do a video about this, how females are quiet, males can be loud. I heard quail fly, but not sure. I'm still learning. PG Nanofarm, everyone just puts them in cages, I guess. Creating Essence, hello. How's your husband? I caught the one update, but man. Dalia, you say butcher what I have. Are you talking to me? Butcher what I have and start over? That's hard. It's expensive and it's hard finding good breeders. But I have gotten on some breeding groups on Facebook, so I now know that I have to pay top dollar for good lines. Okay, so I was trying to talk about how I've been detoxing off caffeine and how, so the homestead is mine, and I can kind of get help from the kids every now and then, but if you want to see rage, getting kids to work. My husband, yeah, he's not going to help me build a greenhouse. He's not going to help me. That's just like when we first got married and we're putting together that like Walmart furniture, and he's like throwing hammers across the wall and swearing. I learned real quick building things is not his strong suit. So, anyways, the moral of the story I'm trying to say is I do 90%, 95% of the homesteading stuff. The lawn, the landscaping, the garden, the animals. I know I need to train my kids to do chores, and that's a whole nother psychological discussion. So, in addition to me doing all of that work, my husband often has poor health. He's been hospitalized like 3 or 4 times in our 15 years. Like right now his back is out. a Garden City homestead. Yours is not either. So I fit into this weird category where I'm married but single homesteading. You know, I'm not quite like Little Creek Homestead where it's a single woman and her daughter and they're on board, they're doing it. I'm not like Becky's Homestead where it's just PG Nano Farm, you're a single lady or you're married and single. So I want to find more friends that are married but single homesteading. Whether because, and mostly because the husband wants no part in it, right? He is, okay, PG. We're in this. He's supportive, but hands off, if that makes sense. And so, you know, and then his health goes down. So, band together, ladies. His health will go down, so I have to help him too. So I take care of the kids, and I take care of him. And so right now it's tax season. He's an accountant, and so he's home like half of Saturday and all of Sunday, but otherwise the kids see him this much. So it's kind of like he's deployed, but I still got to do his laundry and make him lunches and dinners, you know. Bransom, I'm grateful your husband helps you with the butchering. Dalia, that was you until your husband left. I'm glad you threw an LOL over there. That's a sad story. So, anyways, I've sacrificed a lot of my health by taking caffeine so that I can work. I love to work. I love to be productive. Don't make me sit and do nothing. But at the cost is I have quite a high caffeine addiction, right? Getting up with the kids, I don't want to be grumpy. Take some caffeine. Nap time, kids don't nap. I want to get some work done, caffeine. Dinner's got to be made. I'm tired, caffeine. And that's so bad for you. I know it's so bad for you. But I want to work, and if I want my dreams, I've got to make it happen. Where do you live? I'll find you some breeders, my friend. Oh, are you talking to me or someone else, Bransom? So with my husband's help, he has really supported my detox this last week. I started last weekend, and I was halving every dose every day. And then my mother-in-law helped watch some kids. Okay, yeah, I am in Provo, Utah. Does it cause you headaches and leg cramps? I'm laying off the caffeine too. Headaches. Oh, the headaches were really bad. Like, no amount of over-the-counter pain pills. Dr. Pepper is my... I really stopped drinking soda. So you can buy really cheap caffeine. And I shouldn't tell you where, but I will. At Family Dollar or the dollar store, they have caffeine tablets in pill form, and you just cut them up and you dose yourself during the day. It's like 250 pills. I don't know. It's really cheap, and it's really horrible for you. I don't know why I'm giving you bad advice. So, yeah, you've been off caffeine for 2 years. Coconut water helped, but it was gross. Mainly you wait it out. Yeah, I'm still waiting it out because I was so high. There was no way I could go cold turkey. I mean, I still got a mom. I still got to be mom. But I tried to take naps every day, and my mother-in-law helped watch the kids, and so, yeah, making your dreams come true, but taking care, not abusing your body at the same time. How do you do that as a single homesteader? Or we have Pharma Techmol, which helps the headaches, but with caffeine. Homestead in the Highlands. That sounds like Excedrin that we have over here. So, anyways. Little Creek Homestead. I know it's not natural, and I know it's not good for me. So that's why I'm trying to fix it. I'm down to like 50 milligrams in the morning just to get the kids going and get out of bed, and then no more So 50 milligrams, that's like 1 can of soda. Little Creek Homestead, you've been off caffeine for 5 years. Woohoo! Oh. Maybe I can step it down by drinking tea. So, I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we have what's called the Word of Wisdom, where we don't drink tea and we don't drink coffee, and we are advised to not partake of anything that is going to be addictive. I'm breaking that rule, aren't I? I was totally skirting around that rule by just taking the caffeine pills or by drinking soda. So I don't drink coffee and I don't drink tea. We believe that we treat our bodies with respect, which is not what I've been doing. So the goal is to treat my body with respect. You're addicted to water. You've eliminated all sodas out of your life. Herbal infusions are what have blessed you. Can I type my city in the chat? How do I chat? Thank you, Willow Creek Homestead. I was just going to ask you. I'm on my phone, hiding in my bedroom. Homestead in the Highland, you were raised in that church. I did not know that. That's interesting information. So, yeah. Hold the Walnuts. I'm glad you understood. Hold the Walnuts lived in Provo until they moved to Oregon or Washington. So, she knows. She knows. Oh, you Homestead, you've hated soda unless you spike it. That's so funny. Thank you, Branson Farms. I appreciate your help. Appreciate your help. So I'm not giving up the rabbits, but I am cutting back. And I don't have permission yet to do quail. But, yeah. Vena Troll Slayer, yes. It is debatable. Yep. Caro, that's interesting. Thank you for sharing Homestead in the Highlands. Cheryl, right? PG Nanoform, I didn't know you were West. That's nice to know. I would like to put together a playlist of all of the Western homesteads because there's so many Eastern homesteads, like the Grateful Sunites. She's in Missouri with all the cool folk. So I'd like to put together a playlist of all the Western homesteaders. The Red Shed, hello. Can I help you?
Where is the top of the blender?
It's in your bedroom.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The top of the blender is in his bedroom. So, Hoppy Sabbath Homestead is Western. That's good information. Hello, Jordan. Thurston County, Western. Creating essence. Who would have known? Did you tell us how your husband's doing? I'm sorry. I'm on my phone hiding in my bedroom and the chat just disappears. So I'm sorry. So it's been a nice 54 minutes, guys, here. Hold the Walnuts. You're near Spokane, eastern side. So do you get moisture? I can hear the blender going. Can you guys hear the blender going? He's on the range of normal for what was done. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad Creating Essence. Hey, Creating Essence, you guys said you were suburban, but your plot looks big. How big are you? Jordan, you just got 15 hens today and 6 eggs already. That is happiness. Red Shed, I know someone else is in Ohio. Granny B, hello, welcome. It's been snowing like crazy and lots of rain. I'm just enjoying your chats. Hello. Isn't it fun to find other people who are close to you? Helps you learn about your climate, helps you camaraderie. So I'm planning an epic road trip. We're gonna go down south. Delia, you think you might be a homestead, but not sure. I have a hard time calling myself a homesteader because I don't like have pigs or goats or large tracts of animals. I'm not off grid. But people have told me it's a state of mind of hoping to be self-sufficient. If that's your goal, you are a homesteader. You can homestead in an apartment. Oh no, Holmes Cheryl, your mom's in the hospital. She had a bleed on the brain Thursday. She's so far away from you. I'm so sorry to hear that. I will pray for her. So. Hold the walnuts, you're in an apartment. Do you guys plan to stay in an apartment? Does your husband enjoy gardening? Because you guys did it before. I'm just enjoying your chat. I'm enjoying reading your comments, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for commenting and chatting up. Yes, Jordan. Rabbits, chickens, and a dog on a 1/4 acre. You're like me. Hold the walnuts. You're stuck in an apartment. Journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. My dog just came in. He's eating toilet paper. Glad to catch you, Mama Grows. Miss seeing you here. The Red Shed, did you catch the part where I said I've been detoxing off caffeine? That's why I haven't made any videos in a while, because the headaches have been real and the tiredness. I hate being tired. Like some people, like my husband hates to be bored. He's always got to be watching something or, you know, doing a little puzzle. I know Trish hates to sit down. She hates to sit and do nothing. So if she has to sit, she's crocheting. Dirty laundry coming up. He's eating toilet paper. Spiky! Yep, eating toilet paper. Cold season. It's the struggle with so many boogery tissues everywhere. Red Shed, you live off coffee, so you can't help. Yeah. So you hear ice hitting your roof currently. So I hate being tired. Like, hate being tired, because if I'm tired, I want to be sleeping. But kids, so awake. But to be awake with kids and tired, nothing worse than it. So I'm trying to fix that. You've been tired for the last 25 years. Oh, creating essence. Yes, she sent me that pattern too, and I just need to go get some of the yarn. I think I found some at the thrift store, but it's like not good yarn. So I do want to make that hat from Meg Holler at the Holler Homestead. It looks like a really nice pattern, although I want to adjust it so that I can have this stick out the top. So, creating Grateful Sun Ice. You don't have small enough needles. Oh, Jordan, that's wonderful. You put an egg in your pocket today and you leaned up against the fence. I'm going to top your story and say I hunted for all of the chicken eggs yesterday, put them in a basket, and left them outside overnight. So they froze. Oh, your comment went away. Have I tried yoga? I love yoga. I'm just not into it right now, but I went to the doctor this week as part of getting better. And for like, okay, doctor, I have this problem and this problem and this problem. Exercise, exercise, exercise. So a couple times a day when I find myself getting really tired, this last week, I And if I find myself just like laying on the couch, like, you know, and if I get that really strong temptation to go get some caffeine, I get up and I do 5 minutes of cardio. So I've been doing that a couple times a day, and it's not like a Dr. Pepper, right? But it does stave off the sleepiness. So, Willow Creek Homestead and we're totally gonna like bust out some cardio. Creating Essence, I was talking to Willow Creek Homestead about you, and you're on a weight loss journey. So we were throwing some ideas around for collaboration and weight loss and cardio and exercising and all that goodness. Lorella, hello. Hello. Now we're just chatting. You missed the discussion, which the moral of the discussion is I need new breeders. So yeah. we've discovered that my rabbits are getting older, so they're not giving me these big babies. So you'll watch later. Are you still home alone, Lorella? Chlorella? Laura Lee? Lorelei? The Red Shed, where are you again? I thought you were west with me. Luella. I like that one. So guys, if you don't know Lorella, Not a Farm Girl, she recently did a collaboration and everyone just butchered her name. Oh. Yeah, you know, Little Creek Homestead Vicky, it's interesting with weight loss. And, you know, you've got to find the right motivation for the right time in your life. I feel like right now I'm in a point where a collaboration would be helpful in losing weight, but at different times in my life I was like, no, that is stupid. That's not giving me motivation. So, or, you know, like kicking caffeine. I don't know what struck this last week, but I was able to get the motivation to do it. Or say eating healthy. Sometimes you've got it, and sometimes the stars align. I guess like for other people with addiction. Grateful Sunnights, you're such a little thing. I mean, I hope that's not a hurtful thing to say. My motivation is my animals getting up and out to take care of them. Bug Jason with Big Bear Homestead and do a weight loss challenge. They're gonna do the keto diet again when their garden gets up and it feeds them. Join my Wellness Wednesday. I gotta click on it. First Wednesday of every month, I recap the last month's goals, how I did, what I plan to do for the changes next month. Thank you, Creating Essence. Yeah. So I guess I kind of looked through your channel and I was looking for more, but I guess if you only do it once a month, that's why I wasn't finding anything. So I like to exercise with purpose. So like riding my bike to the grocery store or to do errands, like working outside, but it's winter. So those things don't work right now. Okay guys, it's like what, 5 o'clock or so? So I think we're gonna tidy things up here. I'd like to thank you all for coming in and leaving your beautiful comments and talking with each other. I'd like to thank you for your help in my rabbitry and my decision makings. I'd like to thank you for your friendship. And I'm going to say, if you need to grow something today, right? And even if it's yourself. So while the aphids destroyed my broccoli starts, I'm still growing myself. I'm still getting off caffeine, learning to be dependent upon myself. I'm learning and growing with my rabbitry. You grew a human. You did hold the walnuts, and I'm a little bit jealous because I love babies. Black Pack, thank you for having me in your prayers. So, I want you guys to all go kiss and hug the people you love tonight, okay?